Okay, because we're live. Howdy, 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 guys. If you're out there and you're watching, let us know. Getting our episode or our Vlogmas video, getting ready to get it going.
I heard it.
So, oh, you
sounds
heard
like it's
it.
working.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, goodness. Doesn't look like we got nobody in there right now.
Nope.
That's okay.
Everybody's missing out on our attire.
I know. Guys, we're festive. We're festive and you
Ready
are
for
here
Christmas already.
to enjoy Christmas with us. Yeah, I've got this working for tonight, today's Vlogmas episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to get a video after this, so I really hope I'm not like inundating anybody, but you know, I made a commitment to Vlogmas and I've been killing myself to try to stick with it. I think I've missed like one day with true content where I released like 2 or 3 shorts, and then the rest was just like, yeah, other stuff.
Yep, and you were busy putting up some decorations
Yeah, I was
today.
outside today. I put up some Christmas lights, or not like really a Christmas light, but it's Christmassy, and you guys will see it in tonight's episode after I drop it. So hopefully I will drop it as soon as we're done out here.
Yeah, our general Christmas lights usually are the heat lamps. So that's what our
That's
Christmas
true.
Except this
Hey,
now with
Norway
the,
Farm.
hello, Norway. So with the Nigerian dwarfs, we can actually push our birthing season out further.
He's right. Usually, like our Christmas lights are heat lamps, because when we used to have war goats, this was the time of year we'd start having them kid so that we could sell to 4-H and make meat market sell. So yeah, we don't have to do that now. Now we're spring kidders.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. But then I kind of miss having babies this time of year. How you doing, Ricky? How's everything going on your guys' farm? Oh, goodness.
So on ours, we got snow today. We got actually probably a couple inches, but it was sort of warm, so it melted through the day.
But it's snowing again.
But, yeah. Yeah. So.
We're hoping. And we only probably got like, what, an inch, maybe an inch and a half? It was earlier when I was out. Yeah. Because it felt very magical while I was putting up our Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
The dog didn't find it magical at all. Freaked her out real bad. So, yeah. But we do have like a lot going on with our Vlogmas right now, and we've got a lot more coming. I'm trying to do more Christmassy things this week and then next week, because I'm going to be out of work. Not like in a bad way, but like I work in a university. So for the next 2 weeks starting Saturday, I don't have to work. So I'll be able to film and do a whole lot like around here. So yeah, it's been very interesting. Very interesting. What do you got new going on here, babe?
Not much. I'm behind on winterizing all the stuff around the farm. So
everything, and there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, lawnmower, rototiller.
Hey, Margie, how are you?
Hey, Margie. So yeah, still gotta catch up on that.
It's been interesting.
She said she loves the hat, so thank you. I don't know how much longer I'll wear mine. Mine feels weird because
it doesn't have like an elastic band on his, so like it flops around, and then you've got Santa's feet that kind of, if you go forward too fast, it's like he comes off. So
yeah.
It's not a
and
good
I don't
thing.
have hair to hold it underneath, so it doesn't.
But like the good thing though is when he does shave, like his head, it creates like a Velcro feel.
Yeah.
So then it's not so bad.
After a couple of days. So
yeah, it's been interesting. I'm glad you guys like the hats. Mine lights up, and it's got Santa Claus on a unicorn. I don't know how much more magical or Christmassy you could possibly get, but we're hoping, and hopefully next Wednesday I will be in full garb. Like all Christmas everythings. You too, right?
I guess.
Okay, I've got some really awesome Christmas leggings. I bet Mark could fit into them. Would you put on leggings for us?
I don't know.
You guys, in the comments, if you want to see Mark wear Christmas leggings, then we need to know.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to see that. We might lose subscribers.
You might lose views. You never know. It could go viral. But yeah, we are. Oh, thanks, Gloria. Hi, Mama Burton.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, we've Mark was
probably embarrassed her son's wearing a
crazy hat. I think you look very handsome with it.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of Christmas attire around here.
Yeah, I just bought another sweater too.
Yeah. So maybe wear that next time.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. I have 2 more days left of work. So every day they come in, they're like, you've got to up the ante because you've been wearing Christmas sweaters the whole time. So now I've been wearing like hats and Christmas sweaters. So then tomorrow it's a hat, Christmas sweater, and Christmas leggings.
And the fashion industry seems to enable her because it seems like now there's more and more. Yeah, I was gonna say everywhere you go, you see them now.
Yeah.
So
Christmas sweaters are not ugly anymore. They're cute. I got one with a cow on it, and it freaking lights up. It goes with this, and I have a sweater that goes with this, and it lights up too. So
thank goodness I have epilepsy though.
I didn't know
with all the flashing lights. She had that on, the hat on. It was intense. Yeah,
it was intense. I actually wore this out feeding this morning, and you guys will see that in the episode that drops after the live, because with this whole Vlogmas thing going on, I've literally been killing myself to make sure that you guys have content every single day. And like I said earlier, I think I've only missed one day where it wasn't true content. It was more like I gave you guys 2 or 3 shorts, and I think they had to do with turkeys and donkeys and dogs. So yeah, I just want to see. Oh, Tasha. Now, Tasha was awesome, and I've seen the video, but Tasha sent me on Mulberry Branch Farms Facebook page. She was messaging me about goat nutrition the other day, but she sent me a video with a goat that is being gift wrapped. And I really think Rosie might do it. We might be able to do it. So it's either going to be like the cutest thing ever, or it's going to be hilarious because it will fail hard. And I'm really going towards it's going to fail and flop very hard.
Yeah, I feel like it could be something where they try to eat it or flip out when it starts crinkling. And
woo, Margie's for the leggings because Margie wants leggings. He's like that.
That was your Christmas
Margie,
miracle.
what? We are getting a snowstorm here, 18 to 20 plus inches.
Oh, wow.
What? You have 5? We have like 2, and on the way into work, it was gnarly with just like 2 inches.
Well, you better go out and get your bread and milk because that seems like everybody rushes for.
Well, you know
eggs,
what? You probably won't be able to find it anyways.
Which makes me wonder. I guess when there's snowstorms, everybody starts making French toast.
Yeah.
So, which I am totally okay with.
Yeah, Mark's like, man.
On that question one we just did, my favorite.
His favorite food was French toast. Hey there, Farmstead Smith. How are you, Adrian? Just popped over from Old Reading. I love Old Reading's lives. They were so much fun.
Coffee outdoors.
Oh, Fable Hill Farm. Oh, yay! I'm glad you got to make one.
Oh, look at that picture.
I know. She has Nigerian dwarfs, and she's got some pretty fantastic genetics going on, and she's breeding. So, yes. And we both are on the wait list at See You at Little Red Barn. I really enjoyed your video today about the holistic dewormer goat balls. And I really appreciate what you had to say. Like, seriously, I thought that video was really well done. And I really liked your disclaimer in the beginning because people get really entrenched on this is the way I do it. So therefore, there is no other way.
Like Mandalorian, this is the way.
This is the way. Mark is now into the Mandalorian. I'm so glad. It's only taken me, how long have we been together? So I've been with you since I was 15. I'm 32. So I've been with you for 17 years. 17 years with Mark. And he's just now starting to like Star Wars.
Yep.
So I am pretty freaking happy.
But the Mandalorian is cool. It's sort of like a sitcom. So
it is. Well, it's got Baby Yoda. Who can say no to like that?
I do have like probably a little bit ADD. So like the Star Wars movies are sort of long and all the sagas. So
they are, and there's a lot of story and character arc building. So Coffee Outdoors, stopping in to say hello and hit your thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I know Fable Hill Farms, we're trying to keep it festive. We're trying to keep it super festive. And like tomorrow we're going to do Christmas crafts. So that's what the video tomorrow will be on. I'm spoiling everything for this week, but I don't care because I'm really excited. Super excited. And I have everything, all my notifications turned on loud so you guys can hear when anybody sends anything over. Yeah. It would be so much funnier if it doesn't work. You know, Tasha, I'm kind of hoping for that. I would love a good goat gift wrapping fail video. And Rosie would be the perfect one to give it to us.
Yep.
She's got a lot of personality. God love her. She's like my favorite. I say that and then you never say which animal on the farm is your favorite. It's like kiss of death. So.
Margie said she's got her goodies already all set for the snowstorm.
Well, that's good.
You can just bunker in, stay warm.
Yeah. So this morning, like I got up and it really didn't see. It's like a wet snow here, but then Joe
but it doesn't pack well. It's fluffy enough.
Yeah, they were trying.
Yeah, my daughter was trying to hit me with a snowball and it was just like powder storm.
I guess they're not really good for the snowball fights. But then like on the way in, it was gnarly. I don't know. And usually Ohio's really good about salting their roads because like the rust on our cars will show that. But today it wasn't like that at all. So it was a slow go on the way in.
Yeah.
It was a slow go in. And then you get all the people that are like trying to like pass. It's like, do you not see the white death on the road? Do not pass me.
Don't rush me.
Yeah, don't rush me. Okay, a groggy blob of sleep.
We've been in that state before.
Yeah. So Tasha says it's only rained here. My backyard is a mud puddle. Oh,
that's awful in the winter too, because like there's not enough sun anymore, and it doesn't ever seem to dry out.
Well, Tasha, if you're wanting to know about good bedding, Old Reading Farm did just do a video on their pine pellets, and I really want to look into them now. So, and I see Old Reading Farms in here. Hi guys, thanks for stopping in. I enjoyed your live. I like when people talk exhibition poultry, even though like I don't do exhibition poultry, but like those people are crazy. So I love talking about it.
Yeah.
So Fable Farm, thank you, and my husband and I love The Mandalorian.
It's good.
It has saved Star Wars.
Yep.
I will say that. It saved Star Wars.
I heard something like it's like the top show on Disney.
It is. And I can see why the storyline's really good. I think it's very redeeming since Disney took it over and kind of, even though like the last three I kind of like, I like those Star Wars, but like the three originals, the prequels to like the original Star Wars, those like.
I like how they kept it sort of old school style.
Yeah, they did
like
keep
that.
it old school
I hate
style.
when they
like
try to make
Jar
it more
Jar
modern.
Binks just about killed it for me, where I was like, turn this off.
Yeah.
Cannot handle this weird hybrid looking animal character. It just was not working for me. So you are doing a great job staying on top of things.
She probably doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, at least somebody
thinks a little pep talk some nights, but she's doing a good job.
Late nights and early mornings.
Yeah. And scrambling to put together stuff.
And this week at work has not been like an easy week at all. And I know some of you guys have like seen the devotional I put out on Sunday. Like, you know, whenever you do something really good, like, you know that there's got to be a counterbalance. So like, you know, something really bad's going to happen. It hasn't been really bad. It's just been like one of those weeks where I'm like, okay, I get it. Can we just go to like our 2 weeks off? So it's been different.
Okay, Fable Farm.
What? I have a surprise for you in my video tomorrow. What?
Make sure we tune in for that.
I can't wait. And you're on my notifications, so I won't miss it. And I'm sorry if I ever like lurk. I've seen like all of your videos, but I lurk really bad because I'm at work and people don't like.
While you're training too.
Yeah, and I am training another person, so it's been kind of weird. She's fantabulous. She's picking it up, but I really like my my time at my desk to listen to the
Sweet
YouTube.
Pea Farm.
Hey,
Hello.
Sweet Pea Farms. Yes, the festive hats. I'm waiting. I'm going to see if the battery will die while we are on our live. I had it on like the whole time we were out seeing lights on Saturday, and we were ice skating, which we went to the Creation Museum in Kentucky, and they have like an ice skating rink, but it was plexiglass. So it was nothing like ice skating.
Yeah, it was a little different.
It was terrible, but like I noticed I kept getting like people looking at me really weird, and I didn't realize my hat was on because I was like, why are they looking at me like the lights are that way, guys, but really like the lights were on my hat. So, and it has a unicorn, so yeah. I'm not staying up with this stuff, am I, dude?
You're all right.
With that.
Yeah.
So Old Reading Farm, thanks for coming to it, and we hope you try those pine pellets and love them.
Yeah.
I really want to because we're going to quickly approach. We've been doing like a freeze and thaw.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of rain coming in our forecast next week, so I really have to pick them up soon.
We've had mud and water issues with our barn in the past, but we did put gutters on the barn, which have helped.
That really helped
a ton.
Because like literally when we put the lean-tos on, we changed the entire flow of the water.
And added a lot more flow,
of
course.
It was a huge area of barn that was just like dumping buckets of water, and it was like flooding back into the barn. And it was horrific. Last year was horrific.
We've done some things to help that, but I think we still have.
We've worked really hard on it, so.
Yep.
They are crazy. Did you watch the movie documentary about people doing? No, what's it called? I have a best friend who does exhibition poultry, so I know how crazy they get. Because if I ever bring up any type of poultry need, or like I have a question about 4-H with Joe's exhibiting salmon fab rules or like anything, I have to be ready to sit there for a while and talk color genetics and how every fault in my bird for the standard of perfection, which she has like memorized. But she is a master exhibitor. She has earned that through like APA shows and ABA shows. Like she's earned her master.
She's got passion for it too.
Oh my goodness, that's like her whole everything that she really bases around.
So Old Reading Farm talking about the pellets, though we will see how they hold up when 12 to 18 inches of snow melt.
Okay, is this Kat or is this John? Because Kat, were you the one that was betting they were going to get a lot of snow, and John's like, it's going to be under 6 inches. I think this may be Kat.
Yeah.
I don't want to side, but like I would like to go with like lesser snow if it's me.
Yep.
But I don't work from home either. John is working from home now, so that does,
factor in.
That factors in.
Ashley B, did you finish the Lord of the Ring movies? We just finished them and the Hobbit ones.
So I watched all of those like when they came out in theaters, and I've watched them many times, like probably to his chagrin, because like he'll come in and he'll be like, oh my god, it's the desolation of Smaug again. Or it's the what was the Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah.
I love that growing up. I love the really weird cartoon of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So yeah, we've seen all of them multiple times, but I still love them. Jo turns my channels.
Yeah.
And she puts it on like Gumball.
And like I said, I like if the movie gets too long, I sort of give up halfway through, and like I need to get up and do something.
Or he'll get on his phone.
Busy and
watch videos.
So I've watched them all just in like. I have to make it my own miniseries to watch it. So.
You have to take it in like small increments.
Well, let's see what Tasha said. Pine pellets. If it's what I'm thinking it is, it turns into cement when it gets super wet.
Oh, I hope not.
That'd be interesting to see.
Well, I don't know. I've heard a lot of my poultry friends are like, we put pallets down when it gets really muddy so they can get up off the.
And what was that one thing you were looking into? It was really expensive though. It was like some type of grid.
Okay, yeah, it was like some type of grid that you put down in your barnyard, but then you fill it with like it was a polymer, but it's super expensive, and then you fill it with their type of material or some really fine gravel, and it is like concrete, but it is super expensive to put it out. I think maybe Homestead may have used it. I think I remember vaguely their last video like a long time ago talked about it.
Old Reading Farm can let us know how it works.
Yes,
it sounds
you'll
like
have to
they
give us
maybe
an update video,
we'll
so you can
follow
really give it like a review.
Their progress on it. So. Fable Hill Farm says Mandalorian is a good name for a Bahamut.
Oh, that is, yes, you can call it Mando.
Yeah. Too bad I have a mile long list of names already.
Last year, and I was weird last year. I tried to take like the buck name and the doe name and try to like melt it together and make like these really fancy weird names. And just, I mean, like I got Poco Loco in there and I'm like, screw it. I think I had like Scarlet Oak Lobo was one of them because like the mother was a willow. Her name was Willow, like a willow tree. And the buck's name was Wolfgang too, but we called him Wolfie. So I kind of went with like a wolf and a type of tree. It was weird.
Farmstead Smith said, I think so. It might be Chicken People. She's talking about that.
Okay, we will have to check that out because I know a lot of people
look up Chicken
like that.
People.
I really want to see like, I mean, seriously, this girl, I love her to death. She was my maid of honor. But if you talk color genetics, like with guineas or Rowan ducks, or however you want to say, and she does all kinds of different waterfowl now. She was doing rose comb black bantams, and then she's got modern games, and she's got koshimos. I mean, she's a master exhibitor of so many different birds, and I'm just like, I can't keep it straight. Like, dumb it down for me.
I wonder if it's on Hulu maybe too, or something like that.
Yeah. Was it on Netflix or what was it on? We just got rid of Netflix.
Yeah, we switched over.
Yeah, we got tired of Netflix.
Yeah. So, Sweet Pea Farm, yes, Adrian, that movie was crazy, but we live in the animal showing world, so totally not a stretch. Yep.
Yeah, anybody, I think, especially, like, I'm not trying to say goat people are crazy, but goat people are crazy. But then you have like the people that show cattle and are there like blow drying and fluffing and polishing, and I'm so glad that like dairy goats are literally like you shave them down, you wash them and you shave them down as close as you can for most of them. Well, the meat weathers, like with the fluffing of the legs and people trying to mold body types by leaving specific lengths of fur and puffing them out to confuse the judge that they've got a nice rump, when really it's like if you lay hands on the animal, you're going to know right away that if it's inferior or superior to whatever you've got marked as champion in that class.
Yeah. Old Reading Farm says it's Catherine, and she said, better rain than snow. And then she said, our barn needs gutters too. We should do that. Yeah, ours saved a lot of rain.
You know what? I mean, that was one of those things where when he said he was going to do it, I'm like, that's not going to help. But then when he did it, I'm like, you were right.
But the crazy thing was, like, they ended up adding like industrial sized gutters because he's like, you have a large amount, and when it rains, it comes out of there like. It doesn't just come out of the downspout. Yeah, it like projects out like it's like fire hose.
Like we do have something that aims it away because it does come out with such ferocity.
So our goal now is we probably next year look into some way of saving that water and reusing it because there's so much water that comes off that barn. It's amazing.
There is. Trust me, we know because it got into all of our stalls.
Yeah.
Like, you'd go in and all the goats would be like, all 20 some of them in like one small corner. I'm like, let me guess it flooded again. So bad.
Yep, Sweet Pea Farm, thank you. Yeah,
Yay,
just remember to hit the
farm. I really appreciate you
hit the
giving
thumbs up.
them a reminder because I never do. I get to blab it and then it just doesn't happen.
So, Tasha Maybe Crazy said, my kids named all my goats except my buck Apollo.
Oh, I like that name. We actually named one of our weathers Apollo.
Yeah, Joe doesn't put much effort into naming our goats, so it's sort of fallen away. We'll run by some ideas.
Goat would be like, he looks like a cupcake.
Yeah. We got our lizard when we first moved here, and she called it Glass.
Named
it.
She wanted to name it Glass,
which lizards really don't have a big heart because it's not like they were all affectionate. She started off with Glass. Like, she'll look at something nearby and want to name it that. What was that one recently?
Well, like we have a cat that's named Angel Wings.
Yeah.
And then we have Halloween, and then Paul, because the first thing it did was give her a paw. So
which took me about 2 years before I realized. I thought it was like Paul, like it was like a guy's name, Paul. I'm like, that's weird. And then I was
Paul, and it's a girl.
Misreading it, yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Fable Hill Farm said, I have a spreadsheet with each theme line idea I have with all the related names under them. I love naming animals.
We used to keep like a theme so we would know like 2018 was Scooby-Doo, then 2019 was flowers and herbs. So that's kind of like how we try to do that. But last year I kind of broke tradition and tried to meld names together. And this year I'm just going to do whatever I want with it.
Yep. Sunny's Place, Hola Amigos.
Hey Emma, how are you? I really enjoyed your video today with the 3 things that you learned through the pandemic. I think we all learned a lot through the pandemic. Still learning. I'm sure still learning.
Hold on, this is a good name right here. Tasha Maybe Crazy. My 5-year-old comes up with crazy names. He named a turkey Mr. Man. Hey, that
coming from Tasha, who was the only one that caught that Josie was trying to name her reindeer for the elf Horny.
Yeah.
I was like, ew, no, it's Peppermint. Just like redirect. Like,
that's one where she was editing it. We cracked up, but I just can't imagine I'm thinking you see the turkey run across the yard and your 5-year-old's like, hey, look at that Mr. Man running across the yard, somebody doesn't understand.
I love my turkeys, but I hate their monster-sized poops. Like, seriously, they are roosting on top of our chicken coop run, and there are just I'm not joking, guys, inches upon inches of turkey crap all along my. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with them.
And in the netting, so.
And in the netting. So then we were out there one night and we were shining the light. And I'm like, there are 2 eyes.
It was my night vision scoop.
Yeah, he has a night vision scope for one of his rifles, and we were looking, and Mark's like, there are eyes out there, and I looked it looked just like eyes, and we got real close. It was 2 turkey turds in the netting. Perfect. Yeah. Just
I thought someone was leaning over, but the thing was when they dry out, they turn white, so it's real reflective, and that's why it picked it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in the world?
Where'd you go?
Jumped up there. I dread the day my daughter wants to name it.
You should, because you have especially when you've got that high caliber goat, where you're like, ooh, we've got to give it just a stunner name, and then she's like, Spot. No.
Just remember, you have the authority though, and name the final say.
Well, especially for show animals, because I have found some show animals, it made them even more appealing to me because they have that presence of name where I'm like, oh yeah, you can tell that's a high caliber goat.
Yeah. Up, Don. Hi all. Hello, Don.
Hey, Don.
Glad you could join us tonight. Looks like Farmstead Smith's headphones died. I see a couple comments about that.
I hate when that happens.
Yep. Batteries stink sometimes. This one?
Yeah. Oh, no, this one. Farmstead up here.
Okay. Jumped. My hater has already been on my premiere before it even played.
Farmstead, you have a hater?
Oh,
well, that means you've made it. If you have someone that just wants to stalk you to hate you. I want to know who it is. Who's your hater, Farmstead? Haters gonna hate, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Look, I'm as a subscriber.
Yes, it's engaging.
A mean one.
Like, thanks for engaging.
All right. So Tasha said maybe crazy. Oh my God, that's where my turkeys are roosting on the coop also, and it's so gross.
Awful. And then I walk by there to get through to my buck pen, like where I put the hay in the manger, or I have to go around to check to see like is somebody baking back here that I don't know about. And like I'm always so afraid because their butts always face the walkway. Yep. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna get a poop missile like right on me, and that might be the day that we.
But it is better because originally they were sitting on the buck fence, and they were pooping right in their water, so that was frustrating.
I was having to dump water all the time. All the time. Nasty things.
Farmstead says, my neighbor's kids named one of their real nice dark brown boar goats, Darky Brown. That is a great name. Can you imagine go through the show paper, like
kids are the worst,
the
man,
line,
when
you
it
know,
comes to naming
the heritage line, and see Darky Brownie in there? That's awesome.
Yeah, like or on the 4-H fence where it's like name the goats during here, you're like, here's Darky Brownie.
Yep.
You know? Hey there, Jenny. How are you?
Hello, Jenny.
Are you
Good
looking
to see
forward
you.
to Christmas break? I know Joe is counting down, like counting down. Yep. I am too. My Christmas break starts.
I'm sure you enjoyed the snow day today. Joe did. She was out in it. So she was trying to make like a little activities to do because that was a part of her e-learning. The gym teacher wanted her to go out and get inside in the snow. And so she was playing around, and the dog store had at one point and was running around. She was chasing it. I was
Mark
cracking
was sending
up.
me pictures at work, and I'm like, please, I just want to quit my job and come home right now.
Sweet Pea Farm. Oh my God, sounds like how my husband named his goats. He's also super original. He just looks at it as a task, like I gotta get this done.
Where it's like just get it done. We'll name it. Unless it's a market animal, and then you can get kind of fun like with their names.
Farmstead Smith, I had to save that goat from the dang highway too.
Really?
Wow.
I swear, goats will find the most interesting and creative ways to scare you to death and try to commit suicide. It's so ridiculous. Or like when they try to get themselves through fences. I'm like, you cannot fit through there. And they get themselves so wedged, just like, no, you can't get your head out of there, stupid. Yep. So goats are interesting. I'm sure a lot of other livestock are like that too, though.
Jenny said she's excited about Christmas break.
I am super excited too. Yeah, I work Friday and then I'm off for 2 weeks. The university actually gave us like 3 extra days where we didn't have to take time. So it's throwing me off. It keeps making me think that Christmas is like this weekend and not next weekend. So I'm super stoked to have like a whole week to 2 weeks to kind of just come down.
Yep. Farmstead Smith, they were escaping. I was up at my house looking down at the neighbors, and the goats were coming down the road. They wanted to visit you, and I ran full bore.
Like what you did.
Way to use a pun there, Farmstead Smith. I like that funny one.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, I jumped my gate and everything.
Man,
wow.
You went ninja mode.
Yeah, track star there.
Yeah, Adrian.
He said this is the reason, which was a good reason to jump the gate. I was like, no kids need to see their favorite goat.
Story time. We actually have really good friends that our vet that's right down the road is really close to a pretty busy highway, and I guess like they put their goats in the vet's stalls, and the stall door didn't close, and the goats went straight to the highway and got smushed. Bright side of that story. He went to the 4-H auction that year and paid a pretty penny for their auction goat. So he kind of like made up for it. And trust me, like my vet is like a stand-up guy like that. Like that, I know that was not his fault. I know it was a freak accident, but goats, man, goats. Yeah,
he's a nice guy. Like when we go to take an animal there or something, we usually spend some time talking. Yeah. If he has time.
If he has time. He's usually like wall to wall.
Yeah.
And every time we go to him for an emergency, he's like, yeah, I'm already here.
Yeah.
I'm already pumping like 3 horses' stomachs that got into a grain room that shouldn't have gotten into the grain room. It's crazy. Homestead Odyssey, hi, how are you?
Hello, good to have you tonight.
Hats, they're very stylish.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling very festive.
Mine's heating up my head though, I can feel it.
Is it heating up your head? You can take it off, dear.
I will in a minute here. So Tasha, Maybe Crazy said, there's a house and they always have a small goat out of the fence. Are you sure that's not ours?
I was going to say Rosie gets out of the fence.
And it's right next to a highway. Scares me and makes me angry. Yeah, we're not
close to a highway.
No, she just stays on the side yard.
Now, when we had two that could get out together, well, Sky, I think, is like finally big enough that she won't slide out from under like a snake. Mm-hmm. That they would kind of go towards the fence, but like they were ones where like all I had to do was like step out and like clap my hands and it would scare them enough to come back. So
yeah,
I'm telling you, goats are just, I love them, but they're a headache sometimes. I am so ready for Christmas so I can sleep in.
That sounds awesome.
Me too. Jenny, are you weird like Josie? Josie gets up at like 5 a.m. Like I'll get up at 5 because I hear her and I think it's 6 and I'm like, what are you doing awake? Go back to bed.
Yep, our backwoods homestead. I'm a new sub to your channel. Hello. Well, hello to you, and thank you for joining
and welcome.
Us. Yeah.
I think you just hit a milestone, didn't you? If I remember correctly from seeing you on the Facebook page. Mm-hmm. And if so, and my memory served me correctly, congratulations. Every milestone, no matter how small you think it is worth celebrating because you worked hard to get there. Farmstead, I messed up my knee bad doing that too. It was worth it. I wouldn't want to see their stupid goats much either. Yeah. The things we do to give heroic acts of kindness for goats. I'm telling you.
Oh, hey, Rustic Traditions Homestead.
Hey, Rustic Traditions. How are you? Glad to see you.
Sunny's place. Did you run like Phoebe on Friends? Funny thing is, I could see that in my head.
I can just see it. Like, that's fantastic.
It's one of those things that just sticks with you. Farmstead Smith said, I don't remember. It was all blurred. You were just caught up with adrenaline.
Yeah.
Just went, jumped the gate, went down there, saving.
Isn't that funny though? Like you have some of those situations where it's like slow motion and you can remember every bit, and others you're just like, I don't know. I just did what I had to do, and I don't recall what I had to do. That means your adrenaline must have been pretty high. Pretty high.
Homestead Odyssey said, we had our new cow and her steer escape. They crossed several roads before we found them.
What?
Wow.
Are you kidding?
So when we moved in here, the fence along our property line against our neighbors wasn't the most solid
that
fence
we had
in the world.
rigged.
Yeah, and I mean, it was bad enough where they had cows and they would get out. We'd come home, we'd see it in our yard.
Or we'd go out in the backyard when it was dark.
Yeah. But it was before we had like even our animals or our fences or anything. So we just didn't really do anything.
We didn't know our neighbors either. We were not good neighbors. We're like, they'll find them.
Yeah. I know one time they sort of walked to the backyard.
Yeah, and like we pointed, like they went that way.
Yeah.
But there was one time I went outside, and it was when I had my Australian Shepherd, Athena. And we went out there, and she just like ran towards the tree line, and it was pitch black. And all I could hear was these cows moving in the dark. Scared me to death. There's these big black moving bodies going through our back yard and going to the road. And I just remember like being like, oh my God, I hope they're not ghosts. I hope they're not demons back inside my house. They did get to the road though. We did go down on that occasion, be like, hey, you've got some really black cows out on a really black night, and it's going to end up getting. But that's not uncommon out here at all for that to happen.
So our backwoods homestead.
Well, I'm glad that you came over to check us out.
They had to hit a milestone.
Yes.
So, congratulations.
Milestones are they're fantastic.
Tasha Maybe Crazy said, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's all the time that I see them out. They are poor kids.
Well, see, that's different because poor kids are supposed to mature a lot quicker, which means their fencing is just crap. Do Jenny's. She says, no, I want to sleep in. All I can today. You got up at 9?
Wow, you did get to sleep in a bit then.
Joe got up before. Well, she was up when I came out here after my shower.
Yeah, because we got the notice so late.
Oh, it's 5:45.
Was it?
You just didn't get out of bed till late.
He
got out of bed after I came in.
The school was closed late.
Well, the school did close late.
But
and it wasn't closed. It was
an
e-learning day, which is kind of nice because that's one thing I do think about, like this pandemic for like our educational systems, especially since like ours is ready to go cyber like at the drop of a hat. She has a laptop she brings home every day, so I'm like, well, does this mean that this is the end of snow days? Because technically, if they always have this and they're always prepared for this, can't they just do e-learning days and you can always just never have a snow day? But that's me and my wishful thinking, I guess.
Up there it is. Their milestone. Nice.
That's so
Congratulations.
good. You know what? That one feels like such a tough one when you start too.
Yeah,
when you
that's
hit
a big
those
landmark
triple digits,
one.
you're just like, and I'd like to tell you the fight stops, but it's just gotta keep going.
Then they were asking, how do you get those chats to come up like that?
Oh, so that's StreamYard. I know Farmstead Smith uses StreamYard. Actually, you'll see like a lot of people that use StreamYard, and I like it for that reason. So then like people can keep track of who we're talking to.
Yeah,
so
you'll have a little
like
chat bar, and you'll just click the whatever comment you want to pop up.
We tried Streamlabs, and that was crap. I'm not sorry, Streamlabs.
Yeah,
but you were crap.
We had some struggle with it, especially audio-wise. It just didn't work out.
Or it would say we were live, and then it would roll and roll and roll and roll for like 4 minutes. And it's like, we're actually not live.
Homestead Odyssey. Yeah, we woke up, and they were gone. We found them hours later with another herd. They were like, oh, we're moving, guys. See ya.
We like these
we
guys
packed
over
our
here.
things.
That's so tough.
Yeah. So, yep. Farmstead Smith had mentioned it was StreamYard. We're StreamYard.
Yeah.
StreamYard.
It's not like an app. You just go onto their website and roll from there, which is kind of nice.
Yep. Oh, we got.
Isn't that nice though, Farmstead, that it's not like an install? I'm glad because it doesn't take up memory space on my iPad or my this thing, my laptop.
Well,
hey there.
How
are you? How are you?
Good to have you guys in tonight.
I think wasn't it on Instagram you had your little goat, or was it a short that I watched of yours that I lurked on? Your little goat, she was in heat and just screaming and screaming and screaming. Don't you love that? I love the song of their people, especially when they're in love. I enjoy the buck blubbering a lot more than I enjoy the girls when they're frustrated. Yep.
Fable Hill Farm said that feature is super cool. Whenever I go live someday, I'll have to try it. That's why I clicked it, so they can see the feature. Aha. Yeah. You should go live. You do good. You talk really well in your videos. I think you should do it. Mm-hmm. We'll be there. We'll talk goats. Yep. We like talking goats. Yeah. The hard thing, though, is like it is pretty quick on the comments. If you have people comment, they'll like start sinking down and start to scroll a bit. Yeah. This is why I keep him with me for like big time. He keeps me on track and like he will just like. I'm like her secretary. He'll switch to a new comment and that's like my cue to shut up and move on. Oh, Jenny said, tell Jessie I'll see her tomorrow. We will, Jenny. We'll let her know. We have school, but I'm assuming. And tomorrow's Grinch Day. Dress up like a Grinch or a Grinch character. Mm-hmm. Farmstead Smith said, yes, it is so nice, and it's so nice that it is a workaround for those on mobile to stream before 1K. Yes, yes. Definitely. What was that part? It really is a plight pretty much only goat people know. Yeah. But I love how they're different. I have some does that they are just complete screamers. Like I know like the moment they're in heat because it's like, whoop, you can hear somebody screaming. And others, like I have one right now that she's showing me no signs at all. Like I can't tell that if she's in heat. Even with my teaser buck in there, I can't tell if she's in heat. Then we got one that turns into a buck basically. Yeah, she talks like a buck. She'll like go up to other does and be like, hey baby, and I'm like, I know what you want, but that's only gonna give it to you. So funny how it changes their whole personality. Different. They just get really, it gets wild. Yeah, Rustic Traditions knows. They said that was funny. Our goats were always screaming. What's bad was when they all sync. When you've got lots of screamers, and they all sync, and all you hear all day is just screaming. It's just like, I need it to stop. Like I'll put you all in the buck right now, in with the buck, just to make you shut up. Yeah. Wild and wonderful quaint acres. Good evening from West Virginia. Got lots of snow. Ooh, wow, you got lots of snow. How much did you get? And I hope you are staying warm. We got snow here, but it's only like 2 inches. Yeah. Indiana, it's really a toss up. Like this last weekend, it was 50 degrees, and now it's a high of like 27. Because I'm off work this week. Yeah, because he's not working this second half of the week. It seems like whenever I take off work, or he gets super sick, or the kid gets super sick, or you throw out your back. Yeah, that's happened too. All of the above. So, Tasha, maybe crazy. My buck has the most annoying cry ever. Really? I like talking to my bucks. Like when they get blubbery, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. You know, they're like, when did you start knowing our language? But me and my daughter's favorites is sneezes when they she calls them the pee-pee sneezes because they pee on themselves, and then he's like, so starts sneezing all over. So jump down there. Yeah, it did. It did. It tried to skip you guys. Yeah.
Oh, Dawn, thanks. We try to make it fun and engaging.
Yep. I swear my goats can tell time. Every day they start yelling for pellets at 2. And
I swear they can.
Mm-hmm.
When I was milking every day, like if I was 15 minutes late, all of my girls that I milked would be lined up and just staring at the door, like waiting for me to come out. They're like, we're full, we need milk, and we want our treats. So.
Yep. And then when I go out, they know I don't feed them. So they just
they kind of like leave them.
Yeah.
Except for Dilly, our big boar goat, who is like a dog. She's become a dog. She used to hate us, but she's our puppy dog now.
Or when I'm working on something, they become my friend. They become
helpers.
Yeah. If I leave my tractor parked in there, they are all over it. I mean, one time I probably count like 9 goats on my tractor. They were on like.
Blinkers were on. I'm like, where'd you guys
going?
We
pulled in after eating dinner, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I didn't even know they found spots to stand. I didn't know
they pulled wiring out.
Yeah. It was a mess.
They turned the radio on it. We had to like disconnect the radio. I'm like, what do you guys? The sound of the countryside.
I think what they were trying to do is like, how do we turn this on? And we're going to cruise around on it. But they didn't figure that out. So
they want nothing to do with it when it's on though. They are like out of there.
Yeah. Homestead Smith said my premiere tonight features Benji because he wouldn't go away. So that will be fun. That was great.
You should get him a little beekeeper suit. Like you could totally make something out of that.
Oh yeah. Man, I jumped way down now. We got catch up. We're behind here. So WOLVESHEAD said, yeah, she sounds like a grown woman screaming sometimes. So we had a neighbor think there was a baby crying over here one time.
She came down the driveway, like just looking, and she's like, "Is everything okay over?"
And we're like walking around, like I don't know if she thought we were just like decided to let our kid lay out in the yard and cry.
It was weird because like I don't like people. I like people. But like when they come on my property, I'm like, I go in the house, I don't want to talk to them, so I like left him to deal with her because I'm like, I'm out of here. That's a neighbor. I don't want nothing to do with them. Yeah, so I had to
give her a tour of all the animals because she's like, oh, you got all these back here because it's so hard to see our house from the road. So
which is why we like it.
Sunny's Place, you can stream on desktop under 1K. We used to do lives during the summer that way. Yep. Yeah, our internet used to be slow, but we've gotten a little bit better.
A little bit. Trent would not do a live with me. He is the softest speaker ever. He basically whispers all the time. Well, he went to a furniture store one time and the annoying salesperson asked his name.
That's funny. We have a family friend that's like that, and we call him, I think, Mighty Mouse or something. Yeah. Because he's real quiet.
Yeah, he's super quiet.
Rustic Traditions.
Well, you can have it, my dear. You can have all the snow that we have.
It sounds like ours is not that bad. So I think probably ours will be melted by the end of the week if it warms up. But those places that get 18 to 20
Did we miss Quaint Acres reply on like how much snow, or she may have just stopped in to say howdy ho and left?
Somebody said 18 to 20, didn't
they? Well,
or
that was Margie. She was at 5 inches already.
I think maybe Quaint Acres said.
That's okay. See, Wild and Wonderful. She's in here somewhere. Find it.
No. There's been a lot
I feel bad like when I miss people's. No, she has.
She just said got lots of snow.
Got lots of snow. Okay.
We'll take lots of snow as a lot of snow.
Yes.
So, Fable Hill Farm said he kept saying Trent, but they couldn't hear him. He said, "Tell them my name." So I said, "I'm Bonnie." He's calling. He was so upset. That is awesome how you just went along with that. You came up with that quick.
You know what? It's
that
really like
so
literally,
fun.
It's like either speak up or you're just like.
I would have loved to see that salesperson.
I know. Could you?
Face, yeah. What, do you not like the camera angle? You just like
no, because it was like way up here and we were like both down here.
We're keeping of our chin on the table.
Poor Trent. Well, we can sympathize for him.
I like the same place. I think wants more creative control since you pimped him out. Because I missed her. She said, that's the thing about the jumping. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we got one of our teaser bucks over in the other pen right now. And you can tell he sort of watches who leaves his pen to go to the other pen. I wish he
was not a teaser buck because then we'd have two really good bloodline bucks. But
he's a real sweet guy. So
he will be here till his last breath. I really like him, even to the point where it's like, even if you don't give me a baby, that's cool. What? See, she did answer.
One of our does sounds like she says mom when she calls out, so if I'm taking one thing. Here, mom. Reminds me of what was that? Stewie off of Family Guy is a clip there, yeah.
He's like, what? Like,
oh yeah, a lot of wonderful Quaint We have close to 12.
Close to 12 already. We're not that bad. I'm happy with just my 2 inches, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want a foot of snow.
No.
So you might have that around until Christmas, I bet.
Yeah, that's not bad. I am okay with snow up until Christmas and New Year's Day, and after that, I'm like, okay, spring, come on.
Yep. So nice place. Well, the kiddos want to watch a movie, so I gotta go. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for stopping
Enjoy your movie
in.
with your girls.
Yep. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Stay warm.
Bye. We're glad you got to stop in.
And then, well, let's see here. Tasha Maybe Crazy. I'm looking to move to West Virginia. Does it snow a lot there? My husband hates snow, so he can't know that. Keep this secret.
Keep it on the DL.
Yeah, don't ask her. It sounds like she just got a bunch of snow. I don't know. West Virginia is probably a little bit south of us. But,
I guess. I
mean,
don't know. I'm not good
depends on where you're at,
geographically.
though. So.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. We once worked with this gentleman, and he was a character. And he thought I lived in Pittsburgh and that I commuted all the way almost to Cincinnati every day. Yeah.
We spent the whole day just traveling.
He was in a special program at where we worked, and I loved him dearly. And it just like he's like, you drive a long way like Pittsburgh, right? Like every day. I'm like, no, I don't. Like I drive an hour and a half one way, and that is enough.
Let's see. Rustic Traditions at Argo sounded like either someone yelling "Mama" or a kid being tortured.
Yes, the kid being tortured is more.
Yeah, I think that's what drew our neighbor over. She's not like it was a.
Well, she probably worries because then whenever like the dog gets like when our dog was in with the donkey and the donkey was like getting ready to like hurt Django, I don't know, when I get worked up, like my voice just goes like, ah! I know that morning, and it was a nice morning, so like all of our neighbors were out, and I was out there like, Django, get! So I know it was. I'm so glad you guys have never heard that on film. It's been a couple times. I edit that stuff out. You do not need to do that.
Yeah, he's already had one incident when we had the horse where he stepped on it, and so that medical bill, we don't want another one. So,
but like my vet is so awesome. He's just like, all right. We came in there and we were literally in there for like 15 minutes. He stretched out, he felt it around. He's like, okay, we're gonna wrap it. So I mean, and he's good as new. The only time that he ever acts like that leg bothers him, who's snoring under our feet?
That's June. This is what happens during
every time we go live.
Or on my work calls. Mm-hmm. So I always have to worry. Snores. Yeah. Yep. At least if the camera's on, they can see me. But if I have my camera on, I'm like, great. I think I fell asleep during that call. So it's not that boring. Yeah. Don says bye. Thanks for stopping in, Don. Don. Said bye and Don mixed together. So thanks for stopping in.
Not a good combo.
No, it isn't. Fable Hill Farm says my one doe says so we need to quit putting the sound in there because then I have to read it and make the sound.
I love it though. That's why.
So I always scream throughout the day when I'm outside. I'm glad my neighbors are unlikely to hear me. They are far enough away, I think. You think until they come over one day and they're like, "Hey, we can hear you yell."
I probably hear like and I sing really loud in my backyard sometimes where I'm like, I know they're getting a wonderful rendition of like whatever I'm singing right now, but I don't care.
Yeah. Rustic Tradition said our neighbors are quite close, so yeah, they'll hear everything.
Yeah, I don't think ours are close until like I look over her. They're not close like when the crops are in. I can't see them.
Yeah.
But they're
close enough. They're earshot though.
Yeah.
Isaac East says,
yeah, you are here, Isaac. I just got out of my youth group Christmas
party. Glad you
can
make it.
Well, that is wonderful, and I'm glad you got to have a youth group Christmas party.
Yep. That's awesome. I'm excited for some of the Christmas get-togethers coming up too and stuff.
I can't handle
Our church has a little like a little nativity play this Sunday and stuff, and
I get to read this year. I get to read the Bible verses. I'm super stoked.
And we do puppets for the church, so we have a little puppet skit.
I made the puppet skit last year, and it had a llama, a jealous llama who was upset that there were no llamas at the nativity. It was pretty awesome.
It was a pretty drama.
And I got to talk like this because the llama had like a little action.
It was a big drama llama.
Yeah, it was a drama llama. Okay, Adrian. Yep. Have fun and I hope your hater stays away.
Yeah.
Because I'm sad that you have a hater, but also that means it's big time. So that's an accomplishment.
We'll try to swing over after we're done here. So
hey, Haas, how are you? How you doing?
Hello, hello.
Excited to see you in here. I'm going to see if I can send you something to say to my daughter.
And I can't watch you now again without getting jealous of your beard. I ended up cutting it. We had introductions to my office team, and since it was introductions, I didn't want to go in with.
He got all weird. He didn't want to be like Scraggle.
Yeah.
But
so
I personally mourn when he cuts his beard. So
this time I did better. I still have some scruff. Last time I was shaving, the shaver level went. The guard went all the way up,
down.
and I was upset because I did one stripe, and I'm like, oh, the rest of it has to go.
It was awful. I was at work, and then I came home, and I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
What happened to your face? Have you had many gigs, Haas, with being one of Santa's helpers? Because I think that is like super awesome.
Yeah.
Super duper awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. Our daughter is actually planning on next week so the local aquarium has what they call a scuba Santa, and she's planning on going to see him.
Yeah, they're
so that'd be cool.
We're excited.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope they get some pictures.
She's excited. I'm gonna let her go with Nana, and then we're going to enjoy the time to like finish things up around here. Yeah. And do Christmas.
Well, you are. I got work.
Oh, that's Monday. Right. Yeah. You do.
I don't get off next week.
Joe and I are off for like the next 2 weeks after Friday, and he still has to work most of that time. But I will be here, and that will be like you being on vacation. My presence every day. Here.
You should have a win-in scraggler. Keep them on edge and on.
Going with like
I'm already feel a little bit of an outsider because they're all like city folks, so they work in
city folk. Yeah. Isn't that sad that we're like they're city folk?
Yeah,
they're
just because like I talk about farm stuff and they're just totally like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, we have donkeys, we had llamas and everything like
that. So
that.
just to get an idea, like we had some friends we were close to, and her husband convinced his wife, who we were friends with both of them, that we still had like a water pump and had to pump water each morning.
He
had her convinced. So
I'm like, what are
they think we live way out there. So
like, we're not freaking pioneers, man. We got water and electricity. We're not off grid.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, how do you do your dishes? I'm like, in the sink?
Yeah.
Like you do?
Yeah.
Turn the faucet on?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not that far out there. So Tasha,
poor Tasha.
The funny thing is, I'm the only one in my
family. His entire family. The rest of them get like hair that resembles hair from other places.
Yeah.
It's not full or
my dad or my brother can't. My brother-in-law can, but
it's not attractive.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, Ashley B said excited for your pup performance.
I still have to find a skit. I have kind of like a general idea, but that's the great thing like about Christmas, especially like with church skits, because they're not hard to find. Now, like different ones for like different parts of the year to find a good theme that isn't like crazy, or I have to have like 2 puppets on each arm, and my arms will both go down while they're above my head.
Yeah.
Easy this time of year. So
yeah, we built a little stage, so it makes it a little bit easier to sit behind and stuff.
We made it out of PVC pipe and a shower curtain.
Yeah, I built that real quick. And one nice thing too we do for the church is we try to add some like adult level, not like adult material, but like adult level like humor.
It's a very risky church.
We try not to cross that line.
We
add humor. So you can tell because like the kids will just sort of be sitting there listening and enjoy the puppets, and they keep chuckling, like old movie references or stuff like that.
We like doing that. It's
really fun. We try and mix it up for the whole crowd. So Off Kilter said I've had a few.
One tomorrow and pick one up on
for
Sunday.
The Christmas or the Santa.
So good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's super glad. I'm really glad to hear that. I think there needs to be more people out there that like wanted. I think it's a big service to the communities when people volunteer their time and like go out and dye their beard.
It's so weird was like the local Bass Pro, like because of the COVID stuff, they had like a screen up. So that was a little different.
Which is but that's kind of nice too, because then you can actually do like the smile.
Yeah.
Even though like I'm not.
There was a local one business here that's doing like a green screen, and they had some really cool pictures.
Yeah, they did.
They had like it looked like you were feeding, like the kid was feeding a reindeer and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
It was really neat. I don't think we'll do it though. No. Or it's like all those things like you're like, yeah, that's super neat, but I'm not going to do it. So.
Yeah. So Wolf said, my husband can't stop growing a beard. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Does he let you braid it? That's the real big question. My goat that has a beard lets me braid her beard. Would you let me braid your beard?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. I don't see a problem with it.
You should have left it. We could have put like, do you guys remember like a year, I actually probably still see the ads, like around Christmas when you can bedazzle the beard and they've got like little ornaments. Why did you shave your beard? We could have done that. Let's do this on Sunday. It has to happen.
I just told you why, because I was meeting you.
Well, you could have gone on your like meeting like that. really put them on edge.
Everybody looked clean cut, so I had to go clean cut. Rustic Tradition said, my 17-year-old grows a beard in no time. I'm telling him with it.
How? I do not remember like the guys in high school ever having facial hair.
No,
and if it was just like you could just kind of tell. There may have been like that one off where like they had a shadow every now and then, but like some of them, I don't know. And I work at a university now. They all look like babies to me, so I'm like, I must be getting old because like these kids look like babies. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Homestead Odyssey heading out. Great chatting for a little while. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I hope those cows stay put for you too.
Yeah.
That sounds stressful.
My 19-year-old has a full-grown beard. He took after my side of the family.
Harry Italian.
So mine didn't come in until like later though.
No, but his.
It seemed like once I started losing up here, that's when it started coming in here.
But like he was really into like grooming and the oils and like. He was shaving. I think like the more you shave it after you do start getting a beard, it's like when you pluck your eyebrows, they come in thicker.
I had to too, because my skin ain't great, so like it would always itch. So,
yeah. So. When it comes to eyebrows, I could be free to color like in a month if I didn't take care of my eyebrows.
I'm with Off Kilter Homestead here. No beard should ever be bedazzled.
No, Haas, just for fun, just for fun, just for fun. No bedazzling, just for fun. And
WOLVESHEAD said. Just rock the Viking beard. Yep. But
they've got like the ones that are braided and they've got like a bead. Don't do a bead. It's gotta be like an iron bead though, like for the Vikings.
I could so do the like she calls them catfish whiskers because my mustache will grow like weird.
I'll look over when he's eating and it'll go in his mouth. I'm like, stop it. Pull them out. I can't
drives
take
her
it.
Nuts.
I know.
Oh, I like this idea. Fable Hill Farm. Oh, I want to braid a goat beard with beads like thread beards. That would be awesome.
Especially with your bucks, especially like for like exhibition, you can leave that beard. You should do that.
Although as much as they pee on it, that'll make it worse.
You can wash it.
Yeah.
You can wash it. That's
get
what
real mad at them.
Well, them dreads. Do dreads.
True.
You know, you've already got the sticky substances in there.
She said, "Dang it, Mark, you need a braided picture." Hey, I made up for it. I wore a hat tonight, so.
Not anymore.
Well,
she doesn't. You can't even prove that. You can't even prove that unless they do. You had a hat on.
Yeah, it's right here.
Show them. Show them. So for any of you that weren't in here earlier, this is Mark in all his glory.
It's like backwards.
At the beginning. It's like an opposite Santa hat.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's got weird material inside too.
Feet on top. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was either that or deer antlers. We got reindeer antlers too.
I am okay with you.
So Rustic Tradition said, I'd say in probably 2 months he'd look like a lumberjack. He's the size of 1 too. Goes right along with it. Just needs the flannel shirt too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen even some hipsters that rock the beards nowadays.
Tasha Maybe Crazy said, no, I'm the 90s kid and plucked eyebrows thin and mine won't grow back.
Really? See, I was having a conversation with my coworker who is very, very nice, and she's a lot older than I am. She's like, I plucked mine so much in my youth. She's like, they don't even grow back in. Like, seriously, if I don't pluck, like, for a month, I will have a unibrow. For sure. Like, I would go free to Kahlo on you guys. It's ridiculous. I know. Just put it all out there.
Yeah. The unibrow. As Off-Kilter said, might as well say put on this dress and lipstick just for fun. Yeah, I think if I let it happen, I wouldn't have any evidence I'd allow to, occur where it stay permanent. No pictures or anything like that. That's pretty good.
Good point. Yeah. So I will drop the beard bedazzling, even though he may wake
up. Won the argument there.
He did. It looked at him like, okay.
He dropped the mic and walked away.
Yeah.
Wolf said, yeah, my son is 12 and 5'9". I'm sure he'll have a beard next week.
5'9" and 12?
He's taller than me.
Jeez. Man. You've grown them big out there.
Where are you feeding him?
I'm telling you what.
Fertilizer.
Hey, Cody, how you doing? Congrats on all your new kids that have been hitting the ground.
Yep.
I've been enjoying watching the videos.
You're getting Ashley stir crazy for her kids.
I miss having meat goats right now because, like, I would be prepping for kids. I would be, like, 2 weeks away. Yeah. Whereas, like, right now I'm still like, can you guys just get knocked up, like, so that we can have babies in April and May?
So that's a part of, like, the calls each day when she calls me for lunch at work. She's like, how's the goats doing in the pen?
Is he
interested in anybody right now? Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I'm working, so I'm not really
Oh,
watching goat behavior. Yeah.
I need to know who's having coitus in the buck pen right now.
Well, look, I'd be
gotta put it
typing
on my
notes for a
planner.
meeting else and be like, who is interested in Mossy right now?
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I was in a meeting,
That's
came
okay.
across the notes, it'd be like, what the heck?
No, you never.
Pathways Homestead, hello. Good to have you on tonight.
Yeah. Hello from Kansas. How is it in Kansas right now, Pathway?
Fable Hill Farm. No, yeah, don't get going on with hipsters and
I
dudes.
know.
Yeah.
Dude, I work on a university. It is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not hating on anybody that's got this going on, but like all the kids now look like they're either from like the late 80s or early 90s. And the guys are wearing shorts that are like so short and their hair is like.
I wouldn't feel comfortable in them.
It's like David Hasselhoff Baywatch hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird and I don't like it.
My big pet peeve is they're like wearing Carhartt as like a fashion thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, that stuff's like good work wear.
That is bougie hillbilly right there. Like, take that
I love
off
Carhartt.
now.
That stuff's like triple stitched. It doesn't fall apart.
When I have something Carhartt, I'm like, I roll it right here. I have a Carhartt.
I can't wear mine in town. Mine's got poop all over it.
So does mine. I love rolling into town though, like in my Kia Soul and getting out in full coveralls that are like knee high in dirt and goat nastiness. You go into like the gas station because you want to drink and people are like.
The only nice thing is, like, even though it's a university town, like outside of it's all rural, so it's an interesting mix.
Town meets like super diverse and all inclusive.
So to be in a university town, which it's a high class university town, so there's even like Lamborghinis that students drive.
I've helped people set up parking passes, and they'll go through like the cars that are like available. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot my Lambo today. I'm like, don't choke because. There are students here that drive Lambos. Yeah,
that's why they're on. One time we drove by a business and there was 3 out front. But then it's funny because then all of a sudden you'll see like a old 70s pickups blaring Hank Jr. with it, jacked up like 12 inches. So it's really interesting. It gets very diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a melting pot right there. Yeah. Oxford, Ohio is a melting pot.
Yep. So.
Born in 82, but grew up in the 90s. Shameful.
I still love 80s music though.
Yes, and our daughter has started to really like the 80s music, which is good.
Got her started on.
She's actually thinking about starting to learn instruments. So I want her to pursue that. That was something I started like with piano and tried the guitar, and I didn't stick with either one. I really wish I would have. Really wish I would have.
Oh, so WOLVESHEAD.
You're heading out. Work at 5 a.m.
Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Sleep. I'm glad you got to stop in and talk with us. Pathways Homestead snowy.
Yeah.
So is snowy like we've got like 10 inches or snowy like it was?
Yeah. How much snow did you get? Yeah. Because I think they said they're from Kansas, so they would have got before us.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Ooh, what did she say?
Fable Hill Farm said we are getting a new buck next month on lease from my mentor. Super excited. He's got some great genetics. That means we are butchering Templeton's companion, so I get to finally try goat meat. Well, at least you get to try goat meat.
But really, I mean, that is that's a reality on a farm, especially like when something loses its use, it goes for another use.
Yeah, and we tried that once, but then Josie named the goat Buddy,
and he stuck around. I never did maintenance on this goat ever. Never needed his hooves trimmed. Never had a parasite issue. Was like the muddiest mutt goat I could have mudded to be a companion goat. And finally, guys, when I sold him, I'm going to tell the story. It's so terrible. I felt so bad, but like he was being really mean to my Nigerian dwarf does. No, we're not. It's part of it. People eat goat all the time. The U.S. is one of the only countries that does not.
What happened to?
Oh well. How he traveled. So like this guy came to get Buddy, right? And I knew he was going for butcher because he asked, was like, is this pet only? And I appreciated that he asked that to see if like, is it okay? I'm buying him for butcher. So if you want him to go as a pet, like he's not going to go as a pet. Pulled up in a Civic. All right. So I'm like, okay, I hauled many goats in my Kia Soul, like just dropped down the back tarp and hey, the trunk. They laid him down in the trunk. And Buddy was like a buddy. And like he totally laid down and like was chill. Still have nightmares for that goat, but he was being very, very mean to my pregnant Nigerian dwarfs, like hitting them hard enough where I'm like, they're going to abort their kids. It's like I leave him in there with them. So he had to go.
So Fable Farm.
Bougie hillbilly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like bougie.
Bougie. That's one of my favorite words right now. Makes me feel cultured when I say bougie.
Oh, Creek, that sounds like my town, Oxford.
Yeah.
It's always funny when you get those mixes.
Yeah.
Especially when they sort of like conflict a little bit.
Or like cross paths because it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking at each other like,
each other up.
What is
like,
this?
Chill.
We have a campus here, did before COVID. I like it now that the college students are gone. Yep.
You know what? I do. I will say, like, I love the college students not being there, but for like job security, it's been like the worst thing that could ever happen to a university.
And I know like a lot of the town is there because of the students, because they have a lot of neat little boutiques and restaurants. So I'm sure without the students, they
do. We do have like some businesses that are struggling severely because the students aren't there. But like, I'm cool leaving on lunch and not having to fight for a parking spot. So, because usually I would have to like drive to find a parking spot.
So good for her. I just really hope Ellie wants to learn the piano. Oh, that'd be cool.
It's like one of those things, like, you didn't do it as a child, and you wish you would have. So now she's like, I want to play the violin. Yeah. And that's one of the instruments I've always been super interested in, besides the drums. And I'm like, maybe she could teach me. Yeah. I actually have the violin. I had like a weird time.
Especially since we take part in our church quite a bit and stuff. It'd be cool if we could like.
And we are wanting to become more involved in our church. And I think we're both feeling a call to be more involved. So,
but it's definitely not music, at least right now. So
no, we just got puppets, man. We are mean puppeteers.
Maybe I could play a mean tambourine. I don't know.
I can probably play tambourine. You have the Jew harp.
Yeah, I play that a little bit. I'm not good enough to actually play on Off-Kilter Homestead. I had to step out for a second. What about the 80s? Greatest pop culture decade ever. Yes.
Our daughter has taken a very strong fondness to 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
But we were also ranting about how the youngins nowadays are wearing like late 80s, early 90s. And I'm like, some of those fashions needed to die. Mm-hmm. Like, they should have stayed dead.
Take On Me by
Take On Me,
yeah. And you got Never Gonna Give You Up.
Well, like even The Weeknd, the Blinding Lights has a very 80s feel to it. Like, I'll listen to that when I want something more like pop.
Pat Benatar, all those good ones.
Yes.
Yep. Brings
people
back
think of, I know, Tasha. I was like,
yeah.
Like Mark was there. Mark's like,
yeah. So I didn't really agree with it, but
I didn't either. But honestly, that is one of those things where it's like. And he didn't hurt him or anything. Like, he was real calm. Like, he just, like, buckled down and laid there. But I'm with you. I'm like, I at least would have put him in my back seat.
I felt terrible.
Yeah, that was probably, like, and it was, like, right before church. I know we had to, like, pray about that on the way. So I was like, oh, my God, buddy.
Yeah. Pathways Homestead said just a couple inch dusting.
That's nice.
That's not bad.
Because that's where it's just enough to be beautiful. And not too much where you're just like, oh my God, I can't
to make the roads a little sketchy.
Like our roads, we got 2 inches this morning, and our roads were sketchy. I'm like, Indiana and Ohio, get your stuff together. Like, this is nothing.
They didn't pre-treat, it seems though.
They didn't, and they did in Oxford because Oxford's bougie, so they use like the brine on the streets.
Yeah, Fable Hill Farm said poor buddy. But that's farming.
It is farming.
I didn't want to pop it up because I'm starting to feel bad about Buddy now.
I know. I'm sorry. But they were ethnically, that was part of their diet. They were looking specifically for goat meat, so I knew. And I don't think like the one gentleman was happy he was an older wether, but it was like either you're getting. It's tough to find wethers nowadays too that are for butcher prices. A lot of them are for pet prices. And power to those people for putting good prices on pet-worthy animals, because that is what keeps them from going to bad homes. So whenever someone's like, you want way too much for this weather, I'm like, I want to keep this weather from going to a terrible home. That's how I am making sure that they get a good home. Our kids like 80s music. It's real bouncy.
Any comment about 80s music's going to get props.
It's super bouncy. Yeah. I love it.
Whole new time period, too. Or a whole different time.
I give my students a musication in addition to an education every day.
It's good for them.
Someone needs to, though, because sometimes, like, okay, so I have a student that works with me in our office. Well, not since, like, COVID, but, like, she'd never heard Leonard Skinner, Dolly Parton, nothing. Like, nothing. And then when I listened to what she was listening to, I'm like, it's not music. This has no soul to it. This has no feeling. How do you even feel that? And she's like, well, it's just something to listen to. I'm like, no, you have to feel music. It's not just listening. It's not a listening experience. It's a feeling experience. So
I also appreciate that too, because I feel like sometimes teachers will get into like where it's just like by the book, and if you like go out
where they lost their passion.
Both of her parents were teachers, and like her dad did a lot of like life skill teaching when he was in there. He was in what was it, economics and business?
Economics, accounting, business, all.
But he'd do like balance your checkbook and stuff like that, like daily things.
An iPhone for the life of it.
No.
He tries. Yeah. He really does try. So I can appreciate that.
But he got along with his students awesome. Like he still
except even now he's like, do you remember Whatchamajigger? They were blonde, and I'm like, that is like 70% of the population of school, Dad. They need more than Whatchamajigger and blonde.
So Fable Hill Farm, I don't know if I want to read this one because I definitely don't want to do it. Anyone want to go outside and put wood in the stove for me? It's freezing.
Tempting, but I'm going to say no.
Glad we don't have a wood stove. So I'm guessing you have like one of those outdoor furnaces. We want to put like an indoor small one, not really as like a heating source, but as like a supplement slash if the power went out, something
and like
we
wanted
could
to cook inside.
Just something small.
Boil water inside.
Plus, I love the sound of like crackling fire. So always peaceful. It's funny now, like that's a big thing on YouTube is like the little fireplaces. Yeah. So, oh, this one's got a rooster name in it, and I had a rooster named Buddy. I can't read tonight. He came with our property. He was alone here when we got him, and we got him a bunch of hens, and he was so happy. Then he turned evil, and we sent him to meet his maker.
He got that booty and was just like, man, I rule the roost. And that is how roosters are.
Got power hungry.
I have found when roosters are by themselves, they are sweet, but when they get their harem of ladies, they are like vicious.
That's funny because like when we moved out here, we had a rooster all of a sudden show up.
Do you really want to know the true story about that?
Yeah. I guess I don't know because I know it drank brake cleaner.
Me and my brother
were working on some, and we were like, also we look over in the chicken's ear, and we're like, shoot it off. And like my brother's like, that's probably not good for them.
So the true story of the rooster, ever since we've moved here, and this is confession time. You guys are witnessing confession at the moment. I told Mark that this rooster came out of the woods. So that it was like meant to be here. And really, I worked at Home Depot and somebody was getting rid of a rooster. I'm like, I'll take it.
And you came home and dropped it off.
And I came home and like, just let it live. And Mark's like, where'd this come from? I'm like, from the woods. Because I didn't want to be like, I got the rooster from a guy at work.
Well, that's only going to work once now. So, sorry, it's not going to work.
So we can never have animals randomly show up
that's
as
not going to work on a goat
anymore.
You just told on yourself.
So I confess, I feel better now.
So
we've been in this house for like 11 years. That was an 11-year secret.
Owl Creek Homestead said, I've had so many people hit me up when I post a goat for sale. I have a buck for sale right now for $250. Multiple people have hit me up and offered $50.
Dude, it takes everything in me not to get like so ratchet.
Every one of those people I have to hear about because
I'm like, what does this person think? I'm just gonna be like, yes, please take this goat that I've invested money in.
Ignore them.
I do. I usually don't, but it takes everything in me not to be like idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, Tasha, it was nice having you.
Yep, I gotta go. Get the kids to bed. Have a good night, everyone. Yep.
Good night, kids.
So off kilter, we range from Buddy Holly to Boys to Men to Jason Mraz, like the
There's nothing wrong with that though. That's that's a really nice
mix of
an array.
Yeah.
You're getting a little bit of everything there. You're giving them a well-rounded view.
They need to know what's out there. Yeah. You know, like you see some of it. Like
some of my favorite music, I never heard on the radio. Like I stumbled across it.
Yeah. What's this one say? Homestead.
Yeah. They're cheapies.
I think they just throw that out there to see if they get a bite. You know,
well, they're flippers. Those are people that are flipping. Like people that offer me something low like that. I'm like, I guarantee if I tracked your name or watched these sites, I will see my animal come back onto the market for twice what you paid for it. They're flippers.
Metallica was from that era. Yep. So
yes. It's
funny too. Like we grew up with like punk rock a little bit, and you see like. Or you hear some of that now on like the Warm 98. Yeah.
Well, that's you don't get like Blink 182 on Warm 98, but like when Blink
actually
comes
do
on,
some of
do
this.
you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one that comes on? Like Small World or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Someone of it. I'm bad with
names. That's when you just like go back. You're like, man, high school. Those are the some of those years were the years. Some of them were like, Jeez.
Ashley said, "Oh, Fable Farm, we have a nice rooster who has as of yesterday turned evil. Caught him attacking our new baby buck and had to chase him with a broom."
Wait, what? What? You got a baby duck? What kind of baby? Oh, I thought.
I went to say buck, and I think I did say duck. Yeah.
I was like, you got a duck?
No, it's that one from New York.
He was attacking your buck?
Man.
He was attacking your buck from the Big Apple. That is
so
not
Ashley
acceptable.
B is my sister.
Yes.
And growing up, we had all kinds of animals chasing, and we always sort of got a kick out of it when guests would come over. We always had people over. I mean, we just
people that aren't used to farm animals are hilarious when they get introduced.
And we knew we'd sort of take them to the barn, but we knew certain animals when they came around they were going to chase somebody, so we'd sort of keep an eye out. Like turkeys were bad for it. Our turkeys. So were our geese. Become attack turkeys. Yes. So just a game you play as a farm kid. Let's see what animal chase what guest today. So Fable Hill Farm said, "That's why I love country music, stories that evoke feeling. I mean, like a lot of genres of music, but country really resonates with the old romantic. I mean,
it really does.
Yep.
And that's the original country. There's country music that comes on now where I'm like, what is this? Why is this on a country music radio station? But that's just me being an old fuddy-duddy. At the ripe age of 32, I consider myself a musical fuddy-duddy.
I used to like country a little bit, but I've switched more to bluegrass now. So I like
rock.
I just switch all over, honestly.
I really like rock.
Right now it's Christmas music, though. I like Christmas music.
Although, the emo, angsty punk goth in me from high school pops up every now and then, and I'm go listen. Be like, oh, 21 Pilots, if only you'd been around when I was younger. But,
or the emo.
Emo.
Yeah.
I don't want to consider that I was emo.
Swoop your head. I remember that was a big thing.
I've just got
Sure, all those people have neck issues now. Neck muscles are sore. So Fable Hill Farm say you gotta carry him around and embarrass him in front of the flock. That's sort of what I do with my rooster. I don't think of it that way. Yeah.
He backs him into a corner and picks him up and pets him.
I think if you want to attack me, then we'll just be friends.
We named him Diablo. He's been really, ever since Marcus started doing that though, seriously, he's been a lot better.
But one thing that's bad, since I've worked from home more, and if we have leftovers that are getting old, I'll go and toss them out. So now when I walk out the back door, they all come running up to the door thinking I have something.
I don't want to hear this because he does this, and we have one cat that no matter how much we feed her, she will attack your hand. So anytime I walk out the back door, she bumps me, and I have to become a cat ninja, where I'm blocking, and she's an elderly cat too, but she's got hops. Yeah. She's got mad hops.
She'll take out your hand too. If you leave it hanging down, she'll if you got some in your hand, you're gonna drop it. So it was a couple weeks ago, or probably a couple months now. Ashley went outside to watch. I had my nephew over and we were playing outside, whatever. I think we were shooting a BB gun or whatever. And she decided to bring a big bowl of chili out. And I was like, hey, watch this, whatever. So she's off to the side, of her bowls, sitting on the edge of the deck watching us, whatever. And I see all of a sudden the cat jump up on the table. And as soon as it jumps up on the table, I'm starting to point and yell, hey, you can't up there. No sooner than it jumps up there, it just shoves its whole head. I had not
eaten since the morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was her last can of chili too. She loves her chili.
Okay, so I'm a total Philjack. I will make wolf chili and ramen noodles and put it together and make a heaping mess of it and eat that. Sat it down. I had just gotten done with what was it? I was doing beehive inspections. We've been running around like crazy. We just introduced the donkey into our herd, so I was like, I am just bushed. I cannot wait to just sit and watch William and Mark shoot this BB gun and enjoy family time.
Yep.
Cat, and I've never thrown a cat before, guys, but I threw a cat that day. Helicopter just grabbed her and wung her.
It was all in one motion. It was pretty quick.
She landed on her feet and was fine, but she did get a huge mouthful of chili, and I could no longer eat that chili because while I love my dogs and my dogs are disgusting, there's something to me I find cats to be a lot more disgusting and dirty. They openly lick themselves and make a whole show of it. It's gross.
Plus it's a barn cat, so
she's a barn cat, so she eats weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah. She'll eat beetles and stuff too.
So Fable Hill Farms, I'm really interested. How do you shame your roosters? If you're going to embarrass them in front of the flock, I need details.
She said she catches them and holds them.
Is that what she said?
Mm-hmm. Isn't it? Yeah.
No, she said you got to and embarrass him in front of the flock. That could be like all kinds of shaming.
Just holding.
Just holding. Is that
Yeah,
all it
that's
takes?
what works, I think.
Oh, I was hoping it was like
It works
more
for
elaborate.
ours, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, like demeaning in some way.
Rustic Tradition says, "Ugh, I can't stand lowballing. I turned down so many offers like that. I got my asking prices out, and they all got great homes."
I always start my asking prices about $50 to $25 above what I want to get.
You're letting out your secret.
Oh, you guys got my secret now. If I say $350, I really just want $300.
But yeah, she gets aggravated when they do that.
I do. It makes me upset.
Throw out
Especially like because we biosecurity panel test all of our goats and everything, and they've been giving very good care. And just, I don't know, like the lowball offers makes me think like, do you think they're trash goats? Because like I love my goats and I take really good care of them, and the price reflects that.
You can ask her like when I talk to some of them, I'm always the one that be like, throw an offer or whatever. Like, oh, like what, I'll try and negotiate.
Or I'll ask you like, what's your bottom dollar? You know, like.
And I got her into it a little bit more. She used to always just like pretty much accept whatever. But I've always been the one I've like tried to haggle or negotiate a bit. But I've always understood too, like I don't want to insult somebody. Like
that's a good way to turn off. Like,
I try to go like 75% of what they want.
That's a really good way to entrench somebody on not working with you.
because it's like that's not a great way to start out. It's just like, hey, what will you take half of
50 cents?
Yeah.
Take your 50 cents and get out of here.
Take half your butt home. Yeah, that's like. So let's see.
Yeah.
Pathways Homestead said, "Never know when I come home if I will hear Mozart, Chris Liddell, or
Flyleaf.
Yeah.
I love Flyleaf.
Some good stuff.
Yes, she's fantastic. I
but
love
that's quite
her.
a mix.
Her
Mozart.
range, man.
I don't know if I know.
Lacey Stroom, and she's got a fantastic. She's got a really, really good testimony. Mm-hmm. Even though like people argue back and forth if that's Christian rock or not, and sometimes they will say they are, and sometimes they say they won't. But like I love.
So that's quite a mix though. Mozart in there, but I don't know what about Chris Liddell. I'll have to check that out.
We can figure. I bet we've heard music. I bet we've heard it, and we just don't know that's what we're hearing.
Yeah, honestly I don't know lyrics. I'll just make up my own, and I don't know singers either. I just I like that one.
Interesting.
I like whenever I like try to like want her to play a song, like I'll like. Just try to describe it the best I can. It becomes like fictionary.
Sing it to me, be like,
it's got this word. It talks. I always tell like a story. Like it sings like the song's about this, and it has like this beat. Yeah, I can't.
I'm like, no, heart, man, soul.
Yeah.
I'll know it if you've got soul in it.
Yeah. After he comes says, I have to go. I'm at work and my computer is messing. Oh, that's frustrating.
Thanks for being here with us, Cody.
Yep.
See you next Wednesday. We'll be here next Wednesday at 8.
Up Fable Hill Farm said, I better head out, guys. Oh, he's getting real sassy, and that stove needs to be done. Yes, Mark. We have an outdoor stove. It's awesome, but it's work. Yep.
Yeah.
Unlimited hot water, though.
Well,
that sounds
being with
awesome.
Us. I am super glad that you got to stop in. I really enjoyed talking with you. I'm looking forward to your video tomorrow. I will remember.
And Off Kilter said, hold them upside down in front of the girls, or put it in a dress with lipstick.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew. I was waiting for that.
That will always work.
Hey, Indiana Backyard Gardener. How are you?
God, it jumped.
I know.
It like slows down for a bit, like the program, and then all of a sudden, because I see them popping up on here, but they're not popping up here. So
I gotcha.
Rustic Tradition said, I carried our turkey Tom around and shamed him. He doesn't bother me now.
Our turkeys don't bother us. They bother the little dog, though.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, they bother Django. And, dude, them wings hurt. They hurt. But luckily, mine will, like, run from me if I get anywhere close to them.
Well, good night, Fable Hill Farm. It was nice having you in here. I was randomly able to make a live. Appreciate you. Well, we appreciate you.
We are too. Glad that you're a part of our community.
Rustic Tradition said I got at least 200 for each goat and listed for 250, so there was half room. Good job.
Yes, that's good. I think that's smart. You should always list a little bit more than what you want to get out of it. I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment if you put it right at where you.
Yeah, I never understood that.
People
when they're always
feel like they're getting a deal too. So when you kind of come down, they're like, okay, she's willing to like.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like when I see an ad that says like firm, I'm always like, yeah, I don't want to. Do you not want to sell it then? Like it's like your partner making you sell it or what? Because it's like, you'd always want to put. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I just wonder where that thing showed up from.
Hey, Indiana Backyard Gardener, thanks for that comment on the devotional. I appreciated reading that.
Yep.
I've gotten a lot of like really good responses from that devotional, and it's uplifted me this week. And trust me, anybody here that like watched that video, whenever you do something good or you practice obedience, there has to be balance and things kind of have to. So this week has been a really big struggle, but it's been okay because I'm using it for perspective and just handing it over. You just got to surrender it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciated your comment. I haven't replied to it yet, but I appreciated reading it.
Yep. And then Pathways Homestead said that Chris
Cowboy music.
Lido. I think
the Lido makes me think
cowboy music.
That sounds like that.
That's cool. We'll have to check them out. And then Indiana Backyard Gardener says, my computers tell me the video is restricted. Shaking my head.
What video is restricted?
I appreciate you sharing. Is it the one she was just on? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it is restricted. That's weird.
Let us know if it's restricted.
Yeah. Come on, YouTube. Get with it.
What you saying to make it restricted? I'm kidding.
Probably just, that's just.
Oh, this one.
This, what? Really?
That's weird.
That's, well, it's restricted. Huh.
I have to watch on my phone. That's weird. Huh.
Really? I'm trying to, well, is it because we've been talking about putting a goat in a.
Yeah, you've had a couple questionable animal events.
Yeah. We once had to put a goat in the trunk of a car because someone bought it for butcher, but that was how they were transporting it.
Drew the cat because they ate your chili. You just sound
That's
like you're
probably what it was. Because I had, well, the cat ate my chili.
The chili cat.
Chili cat. Yeah, chili cats just can't. We can't deal
with
chili
don't mess
cats.
with her chili.
Well, I'm sorry that this is showing that it's restricted, Indiana Gardener. That kind of stinks. That really stinks.
Probably said you guys have been on too long. Trying to kick you off.
Is that a sign? Are you getting tired?
A little bit.
I know. I can tell. It's been such a long week at work, and he's actually had the last couple of days. Well, you were off half the day yesterday and all day today, and it's just we're so far behind here, and we've got a lot going on, and then the weather does what it's doing. Own thing, yeah. So it's been super interesting. But if my sidekick is. You're not my sidekick. You're my partner in crime. I don't want to call you a sidekick.
So I'm more your secretary on this because I'm reading all the comments and clicking through them.
He keeps me trained. He keeps my ADD from taking me way far away where I would never get through all the comments. So we appreciate you. You are guaranteeing that everybody gets a little bit of recognition. I feel bad with that. But I think that's gonna be it for us tonight, guys. I think we need to. I just uploaded a video, so I kind of need to get it ready for you guys. Because with the whole Vlogmas thing, there's something every day, and some days I don't get it up until like 9 or 10, which really sucks for my analytics. But hey, I'm still sharing, and you'll get to see this hat in the video. So if you like this hat, you should watch the video.
That's the best reason.
If you like the hat, watch the video. But I think that's going to be it for us, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Stopping in. Great talking with everyone.
Stopping in and giving us some of your time and just sharing. And we will see you next Wednesday here again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will talk Christmas.
Yep, and enjoy all the snow. It sounds like everybody's getting
it sounds like everybody's getting snow.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys later.
See you later. Have a great night, guys.